The purpose of this presentation is to document my 2018 Educational Technology Internship at Glendon Elementary. My name is Colegrove, and I am a graduate student at Loyola University, Maryland, pursuing my master's degree in Educational Technology. I have been teaching fourth grade at Glendon Elementary in Reisterstown, Maryland for 6 consecutive years. For my internship at Glendon, my goal was to help teachers feel more confident about using purposeful technology tools in their classrooms. I planned to do this throughout my internship by being a support system for teachers, especially those who were more apprehensive about integrating technology tools in the classroom. In order for teachers to trust me, I knew that I needed to be available early in the year and as often as possible. I provided workshops every Wednesday for teachers on various technology tools to enhance collaboration and communication. This happened during the months of October and November. During my internship, participants met several objectives. A few of them included utilizing technology integration and digital citizenship resources on a Padlet, describing the levels of the SAMR model and determining ways that we could teach above the line, explaining how Padlet could be used in the classroom to enhance collaboration and communication, and exploring the features of Padlet, Flipgrid, and VoiceThread. Participants also looked at specific lessons in which the collaborative technologies could be used for their specific grade level. Finally, teachers looked at a screencast-o-matic presentation on Padlet and Board Builder in order to enhance their classroom instruction. My timeline was as follows, and I began in September. I established myself as a leader during Back to School Week and introduced my goals, role as a tech leader, and explained the purpose of my future workshops that I would host every Wednesday. In October, I presented Padlet and Flipgrid presentations, then provided technical support one-on-one to specific staff members who needed it. Then in November, I presented VoiceThread and screencast-o-matic presentations on how to use Board Builder and Padlet. In the future, I will continue to provide support for teachers on different technology tools to use within the classroom. I will also update the technology resources website that I created for teachers to use throughout the school year. As I said during Back to School Week, I needed to initiate myself as a leader in technology. So I presented a technology integration and digital citizenship PowerPoint to teachers during our whole group setting in a faculty meeting. I introduced the BCPS ODL Wiki and how to access this resource, showed teachers how to present the device care and use lessons, then discussed how they could use the text Amplify to enhance their digital teaching as they started the school year. I gave teachers copies of specific sections of the book so that they had access to lesson plans that teach students about roles and responsibilities of digital citizens, troubleshooting tips, saving their work, and other technology strategies. I also created a technology integration resources Padlet for all staff members to use throughout the year. On the Padlet, I provided links to articles about digital citizenship and technology integration, as well as videos that they could use for instruction during the first 2 days back to school. A week later, I sent out a survey to staff in order to determine their needs and overall knowledge about different technology tools. In the survey, I asked staff about their comfortability with technology and their preferred method of delivery. I noticed that through the survey that most of the staff members wanted small group settings, so that's how I structured my small groups. This provided me with critical information that I needed in order to begin my workshops in the following weeks. I also learned which technology tools most people wanted to learn more about. I chose to start with Padlet. I incorporated Board Builder, Flipgrid, and plan to incorporate even more of the technology tools in the future. After analyzing the survey results, I knew that starting with a SAMR model workshop would greatly benefit all teachers. Therefore, I sent out a flyer encouraging staff members to come, and I provided cupcakes, coffee, and other snacks as an incentive. For my first small group session, I had a great turnout. I had 7 teachers attend and 4 tell me that they wanted to come but were not able to because they had other obligations. In the presentation, I presented the tiers of the model, and we looked at examples of the tasks that fit within each level of the model. We also determined how we could use specific technology tools in our classroom to teach above the line. Pictured here are some of the resources that I gave out to the participants in my session. I also gave teachers access to 3 thing links that they could explore on their own time, which have direct links to technology tools that they can use in the future. They were very appreciative of the fact that they had these tools to use when we weren't in the workshop itself. This would give them time to explore. After introducing the SAMR model, I knew that I wanted to create workshops that introduced technology that would not only be considered above the line, but would also encourage collaboration and communication among students. Therefore, the next workshop focused on enhanced features of Padlet. I helped 3 teachers who attended create Padlet accounts. We explored the features and then brainstormed ways that we could utilize this in our classrooms. This is an example of a Padlet that a participant of my PD used with her students. Allison Cagle in 4th grade had her students record their essays on a Padlet so that they could give feedback to one another in a timely fashion. This also allowed her to see all of the essays on one platform. After this workshop, I knew that Ely's 8 conditions in the participation phase was becoming an issue. Participation was not where I wanted it to be, so I decided to provide more incentives. In my next Flipgrid workshop, I provided an incentive and told teachers that if they were to come, I would create their student accounts for this technology tool. I also told them that they would have access to all of these resources on a website, which I will explain later. That way, if they weren't able to attend the workshop, they would be able to access the website and view all of the materials, even if they couldn't attend. In my Flipgrid workshop, I decided to show them how to use this tool to enhance collaboration and communication in their classrooms. In addition to providing snacks and drinks, I also told them that this would help them to incorporate a more engaging tool in their classrooms that would enhance student learning. During the workshop, we created accounts. I showed them the features of Flipgrid and led an example lesson using a Flipgrid on Jackie Robinson. Then we discussed ways that they could use Flipgrid in their own classrooms. Teachers also reflected, and we collaborated about next steps. We talked about how likely they were to use Flipgrid, what resources they would need from me in order to successfully implement this in their classrooms, what were their next steps for using Flipgrid, and how I could assist in this implementation process. After this presentation, I followed up with 2 teachers who were very excited about using Flipgrid in their classrooms. The 2nd grade teacher I met with one-on-one to help her with troubleshooting tips. Then I met with the 4th grade teammate and planned out how she could develop norms and expectations for Flipgrid in her classroom. After introducing Flipgrid, I also followed up with teachers and let them know that I was available for support using all of the tools that I had taught them so far. Unfortunately, I only had one 5th grade teacher, pictured here on the right, that told me that they were interested in having support for these tools. He wanted to introduce the tools to his 5th grade students. So I met with him after school and we developed best practices and determined an appropriate 5th grade lesson that would be enhanced through the use of Flipgrid. Pictured here are examples of some Flipgrids that teachers used after my professional development workshop. On the left, Ms. Cagle used it to create Nellie Bly accounts for 1st and 2nd hand. On the right, Ms. Overtomb in 2nd grade used this to have students reflect on their map knowledge. My final small group setting workshop professional development session was on how to use VoiceThread in the classroom. I had 5 teachers attend this presentation after school in mid-November. Since all teachers already had accounts through BCPS for VoiceThread, we began exploring the features and discussing ways that we could use this tool to enhance instruction. I showed teachers examples of my students' Wixies that they uploaded to VoiceThread, and it became clear that these teachers were very excited about using this in their classrooms. I also gave teachers a resource with links on how to use VoiceThread. This allowed them to see what VoiceThread was, how to plan a VoiceThread. It gave samples and also the do's and don'ts of VoiceThread. As I was coming to a conclusion in my internship, I knew that I wanted to provide teachers with access to screencasts so that they could learn about different technology tools on their own time. Therefore, I created a Poplet screencast so that they could learn at their own pace how to use Poplet in their classrooms. I also provided them with a screencast on Board Builder and sent them the link to the Board Builder screencast through my email. I met several key concepts throughout the progress of my internship. The first key concept that I met was 14.2. According to this key concept, candidates will be able to demonstrate the ability to lead technology initiatives at the school or district level. I began leading these technology initiatives during back to school week. These were different technology sessions that I was leading throughout the year, and most teachers were attending the workshops. I would like to increase my participation, but I knew that I was leading these technology initiatives at the school level and receiving a great deal of support from my principal to lead professional development in the future. I also met key concept 15.1 because I was able to apply models of professional learning to begin the process of real change in a school. I led technology-related professional development activities and was able to provide evidence that multiple colleagues have effectively implemented the technology. I met 17.1 because candidates were able to locate a variety of technology resources, evaluate them for classroom use, and assist them with the process. I created and maintained a technology integration website, which I'll show in a few slides, that teachers can use. I also modeled the process of locating and evaluating technology resources in the SAMR model workshop. Key concept 12.1 is also a key concept that I met because I was able to apply the model of change to understand our current situation of technology innovation. I did this through my internship proposal. I evaluated the current situation of the technology use through interviews, and in my proposal, I reflected on how the models provided insight into how the school uses technology. I made my plan accordingly. Finally, I met key concept 7.1. I was able to apply models of technology in school to incorporate technology tools and improve teaching and learning. In my initial professional development, we evaluated our current technology integration status as a school through the SAMR model. We discussed ways that we could use different technology tools in order to teach above the line and enhance student learning. I sent out a final survey to all teachers at my school. In this survey, I noted that at least 8 of the participants who responded said that they attended one workshop. When I asked if they were accessing the materials that were sent through email, 11 out of 14 people responded yes. I will continue to send out these resources through email and also access the website provided in our email as well. On the bottom left, I asked if the people were able to attend the face-to-face sessions, or if they were not able to, why they weren't. The 2 responses that I received said that they were out on maternity leave or overwhelmed with responsibilities. What I want to do is I want to make sure that it is even easier for them to gain access to resources. Teaching is very overwhelming, and I want to give this to teachers in the easiest way possible. When asked if they were able to walk away with any new learning from the face-to-face sessions, 13 participants said yes. Were we able to apply at least one of the technologies in the classroom? 12 said yes. This made me very excited for the future. When I asked them how I could best assist them, They said that I was great with their assistance, but it would be helpful to do it during a faculty meeting.